Right, let's continue now, and I'll quickly read your messages before the guest comes in. Ayotech from Arena Market this morning, you have sent a message and you said it's a beautiful Thursday morning. Politicians stole and bank it abroad. They don't share with people. Therefore, I disagree with the senator. Mind you, there is no way Mefele will swap Naira without Buhari's approval. In a civilized world, Buhari will be in prison right now. Why won't senators approve the loan? Because they will have their own share from the loan. Okay, you have different messages. Reports you're responding to. It's a national cake. You said, Rufai, I agree with you. It's impact that matters, not marriage. Some Northerners are still okay. All right, you went on to say other things, and you ended it with, may God save this country from those who think in a backward fashion. Prince Ayotech from Arena Market. So responding to the headlines this morning, Chukuma from Satellite Town. You said, good day. In everything you said, the woman should pray. Okay, that shouldn't be for me. Late delivery. Good morning, Cordelia and VOP family. It's laughable to hear EFCC exonerates Buhari on the excesses of Emefiele. I salute Honorable Seni for his scintillating analysis on Buhari and Emefiele's excesses. On River State, those wicked loyalists that resigned is a good omen to Fubara and River State in general. Fubara shouldn't hesitate to replace them immediately. Rivers has men and women of timber and caliber die from Iyanokpaja. All right, my small breakfast just now. Bread 500 naira, finger net scarf 150, sachet milk 150, sugar 50 naira, akara balls 200. Just breakfast for me alone. No, this one can't be how much now? 500. Then this is almost like 1K50 now. Big man. I'll be small. Good morning, Cordelia. Jude from Majawa Estate. You're saying, I really want to ask, can these politicians take 48,000 as minimum wage to show you that this government is wicked? That is what you're saying. How do you expect the civil servants to manage with this hardship? God help us. Amen. Good morning, Rufi the Fire, Adrian Cordelia. The issue of marriage of over 100 orphan girls is one of the biggest displays of insensitivity by people. It is an example of man's inhumanity to man. Have they spared a thought for the male orphans? What happens to those ones? They are more interested in the girls for reasons not far-fetched. This is why kidnappers out there also retain and detain only women. Put these into interrogation and you know where their interests lie. Minister of Women Affairs, please continue to seek ways of saving these girls. Osadebe Wanje from Shasha. I like your message. It just went seamlessly like that. Olushesi Aderoju from Satellite Town. Good morning to you too, dearest brother. Just laughable. Minimum wage of 48,000 naira from the FG and labor union agitating for 615,000 naira. Also not realistic. Which way to go from here? And for the mass wedding, it's quite unfortunate. These tribes always keep their subjects in poverty for self-centered reasons. Anyway, now them sabi, that was what you said. I kept my promise. I've done it. And we'll be joining our guest shortly. Once he comes on, we'll continue our journey to Adamawa State, where we'll be talking about 1 year in office of Governor Ahmadu Fintiri and some other things making the rounds and the news this morning. Joseph, looking at Adamawa State now, what have you seen? Were you able to capture anything worthy of celebration?
Maybe this one I want to talk. Let me speak Pidgin. I don't know whether you will scold me for that.
Pidgin, only for 10 seconds.
Okay. I know Adamawa have a lot of beautiful ladies.
Now there you go. Are they Fulani's houses?
I think they are houses, but okay. Do you notice Fulani versus
a blend?
Yeah. Then I think
that's all you saw.
No, I said that is the first.
Okay, go ahead to the second.
I think security-wise, Adama have they made a lot of effort. To see how they can put it in check. Then one unique thing in Adamawa is the governor. This governor is a fighter. You know, when he was a deputy, say he was not following the governor to his boss to the camp, and they impeached him. He came back. Even when he was, I think, when he was a speaker, it passed through a lot of turbulent, troubled water. But the man still stand. I would say he's a very, very strong, staunch member of a PDP. Yeah. So he never. I don't think he have left PDP since in his political journey, and I know he has a very close relationship with the former Vice President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. I think with that is, and again, what I equally learned is in education, the man is trying seriously.
Okay.
Very well.
Okay, so we're going to follow up on these and see how they've done so far, hoping that we'll get the special advisor on media to the governor join us shortly. And the predominant tribe in that state is actually Fulani, and that means they're going to be very good candidates for this question I've been meaning to ask. The question I asked Shegumi the other time when he talked about disgruntled Fulani herders and the fact that they're the ones unleashing the mayhem in that part of the world. And remember, I had asked all the Fulani bigwigs who've been in power, how come they've not been able to sort their people out? How come their people are complaining when they've always had the reins of power? Okay, we have him online with us now, and it's a pleasure. We should be joining him. Okay, they're still setting up. Once they are done, we'll now move on to have our conversation with the SA2 media, Adamawa State Government. I'm talking about Mr. Humwashi Monsikao. All right, I will set. Okay, they're still setting themselves. So you can carry on, Joseph.
Yeah, you remember the issue of when we talk of security challenges in Nigeria, to me it's across the board. I want Nigeria to, in as much as we continue to attach politics in security issue, I don't think we are set to get it right. Even here, just sometimes you see some of the individual and some video head of security agency. Sometimes you ask if you didn't know a person that knows someone that knows someone that knows someone, you may never be head of some of those security agencies, and that again is supposed to be a concern to every Nigeria, because we still have a lot of brilliant personnel, but they don't have who we assist them for them to actually be heading some of those agencies. I met someone now retired, a police officer. I think he served in Alagbo before he retired. I was shocked that this man is a very expert. When you talk of fingerprint, this man is an expert, and they make sure that they bench him at I think it's the ASP. No, I think ASP. That way they bench him, and till he retire. Okay. From that very position. So we need to treat security the way security ought to be treated. Not unlike other countries, like the places we look toward. Okay, he's here already. Okay, can we have his spot up? I think it's out. Hello, sir. Hello. Can you hear me? Hello? Okay, it has frozen. I wish we were doing this from moon to earth. Hey, Earth, can you hear us? Okay, can you hear me? Okay, it has frozen. I don't know if it's from his end or our end. Okay, can you unmute your mic? Unmute your mic. All right. Hello, can you hear me? Yes, you can. You can hear me, but I can't hear him. Is this on? Okay. All right, it's on. Okay, can you hear me better now? Okay, we're trying to sort that out, and hopefully it will work. If not, maybe we'll do it via another format. And we're having with us the SA to the Adamawa State Governor, Ahmadu Fintiri, for media. He'll be speaking with us this morning as we'll be looking at the state 1 year on, how things are moving. Can you hear me better now? Hello, sir. Unmute your mic. All right. Okay, they're trying to sort it out from their own end. Once that is done, we will now continue the conversation.
Okay. All right. Carry on with what you were saying, Joseph.
So we're looking at a security challenge that we will get it right when we remove politics from our policing system.
Okay.
Because there are sometimes security issue need, one is term banding, and sometimes you have to equally make sure that the people that are there are square peg in a square hole or round peg in a round hole.
Just
but
the right pegs in the right hole.
Yeah, a situation whereby maybe you want to have someone as a CP or IGP or DIG as a compensation, then you can never get it right. You can never get it right.
This is something I never understand. You're giving people positions as a means of compensating them for working very hard during the elections or during any form of campaigning you've had, and you want to compensate the people. You compensate them with offices. Whether they are qualified for the office or not really doesn't matter to you. They just put people there. I remember when somebody came on the air the other time after the elections and referred to the ministerial positions and appointments as we have to compensate people for what compensate? Is it about compensation or about who can do it?
No, that's the way we do it here. That's the way and that's why you say you give it someone as a minister, then the following Sunday or the following Friday is going for Thanksgiving.
Supposed to do Thanksgiving now. Why not?
That you want to come and work.
Now.
And they go with Ashebi and so many things.
Do you know how many people do not have work in this Nigeria? Somebody now has work. You said they shouldn't do Thanksgiving. Oh Lord, I am very, very. Or they speak in tongues. You
are doing that. The pastor will be happy, or the head of the parish, or will be happy that I know that the income is going to be. There's going to be upward adjustment.
I don't know about that. But as long as the person is going to work and you give thanks, that is good, because it said that he who works as unto God, work as if you are working for God. If you're going to be doing that, and if they were doing that for us in Nigeria, it would be a lot better. Okay, can you hear us? If you can hear us, just unmute your mic. Your mic is muted. You have to unmute your mic. All right. Once you do that, once you unmute your mic, we can move on.
So those are some of the evidence, and if we continue that way, especially security wise, we may never get things right. So we just have to find a way to change the situation and make sure that we do the right thing, and if we must move forward, if not, we continue to have things extremely difficult security wise.
All right, I don't know if they can hear me over there in your office. If they can, the mic on your system should be unmuted, because obviously maybe you can hear me, but we can't hear you. There's a place where you can touch to unmute. I mean, it's not a nuke, for you to unmute your mic so we can hear you when you respond to us. Okay, while he's trying to do that, let's also talk about some of the things you've observed in that state that they've done well so far. You referred to education.
Yeah, education is key. Then security-wise, I know they've tried.
What did you see as per education?
No, education, I know that there was some of the report that they ensured that, I think they have some students in Bayero University, Kanu, and some other, the indigent students, the government found a way to make sure that they give scholarship to them. And to me, any person, any system or any government that is prioritizing education, it shows that they are serious. They are looking for people that will continue from where they will stop. Imagine that you have a state that you have less informed individual, then who are you going to hand over the government to? Because any person you hand over to, you'll be looking, where is the money? If you look at some of the challenges that we have in Nigeria, is some of our leaders, they are not creative. I'm sorry to put it that way. That's why you are seeing people are looking for money from cyber transaction, and there are so many. We look at almost all. You know that Kogi State is very, very rich in terms of mineral resources. You understand? But what they are looking for is how to be on the road, to be taxing, transport, to be collecting money from people that are already, the system is very, very toxic for. Look at Ajakuta Steel Complex, look at Itakwe. Then go to Nasarawa again, very, very rich state. But they don't look toward some of those natural resources, how they can type them and see maybe which can equally help us in terms of exchange, foreign exchange. All we are looking for now is we look for a rope and tie it on dollar. If dollar is going, we draw the rope back again. Then dollar will develop energy, then move forward. We can never move forward through that that style. So what I am appealing is we should have people who are very, very creative in government, not people that will be taxing only the citizen from back, left, and the rest of them. It can never work. It may never work. Look at, I was in Osun State one time, and I would just say, why is this country, this state, not dashing Nigeria from what they were getting from tourism? You understand?
They have a lot of.
They have a lot of tourism attraction and the rest. Just for you to look, what can you do?
Which one and which one? I can't place my hand on it. Okay, can you hear us now?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Finally, I can hear you. Woo! Can you hear me?
Yeah, finally I can hear you. Can hear me?
Finally, we're so happy.
We're able to cross the two waters.
We've crossed all the rivers
Hello?
to get to you. Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Now, the problem is, can you hear us? Okay. I think maybe we can change the source. Maybe we could change the source and use something else instead. Maybe we could do...
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you. Can you hear us? All right,
Hello?
we're in touch with Adamawa State right now, but Adamawa seem not to be hearing us.
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you. Maybe we could change source and do the call from another platform. But you know what? Let's take a quick breather. Let's take something and let's try and sort some things out. Yeah, I'll be back shortly.
Okay, can you have me?
For all this months, Voice of the People has served you. You've been speaking and we've been listening. We've given you a voice, but guess what? We are not done. We are just beginning. Introducing Voice of the People Television. Now you can be seen and heard. Join us on YouTube at VOP TV and you are in for a ride. Watch interesting and seasoning shows like VOP This Morning. A morning show like you've never seen before. Get the latest information on the news.
Sports decides fate of registered voters without PVCs.
Sports.
Rodri scoops it forward. Mahrez. Haaland! Can you believe it?
Business.
The Nigerian business environment has become increasingly frustrating for medium and small scale players owing to negative inflationary trends.
Lifestyle and entertainment.
Honestly, like I say this all the time, it's not a thing of
VOP TV. Show up, speak up. Yeah.
VOP TV. VOP TV.
Yeah.
VOP TV. We have been serving you hot and fresh content on radio, and you have been loving it. Now we're taking it further. Catch us live on YouTube at VOP TV for all the juicy content you can't resist. Talk shows, exclusive interviews, news, lifestyle, and more. It's all about you. VOP TV. Show up, speak up. VOP TV.
Hello, sir. You can hear us now? Can you hear us now? Hello? No.
Can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. A pleasure having you. Finally, we're here. Sights and sounds all intact. And we must apologize for this slight delay. It happens. We have Mr. Hamwashi Wanusiko. Did I get that pronunciation right?
Somehow.
Somehow. Okay, try it. Let me hear you say it once.
I will give you 8 over 10.
I try now.
That's A.
Now. Humwashi Wanosiko. Okay, let me hear 10 over 10 from you. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, say it again. The network stole it when you said it. Say it again, please.
You have your 10 now.
Okay, yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, you have your 10.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay, I can. With all the drama that followed, with all the court cases and so on, how long did it take this administration to now settle down to face business?
Well, actually, thank you for having me. This administration has never been distracted from the onset. The first 4 years, yes, at the first instance, there was an inconclusive election, and then later on, His Excellency was declared winner. And then at the second tenure again, there was an inconclusive, and like you said, with all the drama that happened from INEC to the courtroom and all that. But like I said, His Excellency has never been distracted one bit. As if nothing happened, because he continued with all his projects, he continued governance, and everything was going well, as if, there was nothing happening.
And was it possible, after all said and done, to have all the players come together, meet in one room, in quotes, to agree to move the state forward? Was that something you were able to achieve, to bring all the players together for the good of the state?
Well, as it is now, all the players are on board, and they are helping out, except probably for the APC candidate, who is yet to do that. But as we talk, almost everybody in Adamawa has decided that Adamawa is bigger than any other person. And so let's work on this Adamawa project and see how we can grow Adamawa and develop it to, the height that His Excellency would want to see Adamawa before he finishes his 8-year tenure in office.
So Hajia Banani hasn't been able to settle in quote, not scores now, settle in to contribute a quota in any way to the activities of the state?
Well, anyway, all is over now. So, person doing. But as we speak, Adamawa people are speaking, with one language, with one voice, and on the same page, and everything is going on fine. You can everybody in government, federal,
okay. It's not as smooth as we expected it to go, but we'll just carry on, hoping that we'll be getting everything we need to get from your end, and hoping that everything will be stable. Now, almost 1 year of this administration, albeit second term, 1 year on. How has it been? What major landmarks have we been able to put on the ground? Major steps taken. Let's start, for instance, in the area of infrastructure. Have we been able to achieve more? Because usually when you start the first term, you put some things down, hoping to consolidate during the second term. Have we been able to consolidate something so far?
Good question. Well, naysayers have thought that, His Excellency coming back for the second tenure will probably not do what Adamawa people expect. But surprisingly, His Excellency has done more than what, the naysayers are thinking. Infrastructurally, things are going on well. I tell you, we have close to 10 or more than 10 projects that are ongoing right now in Adamawa State. So, like I said, he has never been distracted. Even when the courts were still sitting, when the inconclusive, thing came up, His Excellency did not stop at anything. He continued with what he has planned for the people of our state. And I told you, there is a third flyover that is ongoing and is near complete. From Monday, His Excellency will be performing two other flyover because His Excellency is constructing a 28-kilometer superhighway, and the superhighway will connect the road coming from Numan to the state capital, and then it will bust to a new housing complex that His Excellency is building 1,000 for Mata, and then it will go through and connect into the city. It will be like a bypass instead of coming through the city that is already, the vehicular movement there is already high, and then this will help to decongest traffic. But His Excellency thought that, on a highway, a super highway like that, to connect to another road would not be possible. You could see that there is danger in it. So what he has decided to do is that over at the first, junction that is connecting the road coming from Numan, and then another flyover that will connect, into the city. That way, accidents, because you cannot come from a super highway connecting another road without making, those plans to take care of people movement and pedestrians.
Okay, let's take a look now. We've looked at some of these things, some of the things constructed. We'll be commissioning some and so on. Adamawa State produces a lot of rice. A lot of the rice we have in this country would be coming from Adamawa State. But I saw something at a point that a lot of them don't get processed within the state. People take them out to process. What is His Excellency doing in that regards to ensure that as much as you're producing that huge volume of rice, just like they would do in China and other parts, you are able to process it, bag it, till it gets to the table of Nigerians? Is there any plan to make sure that comes into reality?
Well, actually, you know that with government... hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
The issue is that with government is not a good manager, and His Excellency is not the type that will allow civil servants and people like that to run certain things.
Okay, so I'm thinking it's going to be like a PPP thing. Okay, if you can hear us now, you can continue. Okay. So I think we'll try and change the platform we're using for this. Please, let's change the platform, and we'll get to continue from this particular point. If you can hear us, we'll be looking at joining you via another platform. We'll be calling you on another platform. We've sent you that particular number so you'd recognize it, and you'll please connect with us as we'll be calling you. So we'll just discontinue from this part and we'll be back. Okay, so we're going to be connecting with you via another platform. All right. Okay, Joseph. If now so that people they do on this Nigerian format, everybody for don't close so. Sure.
Yeah.
Network this, network that. Every day is a story. Anyway, so far so good. You heard what he said.
Yes.
You could react to one of the things he said.
Yeah, those people say that government is not a good manager of business, but some of those individuals that will be in government when if they're able to manage their own private business, then the question will be, why is it that government is not a good manager of a business? What we all need to do is, if we have a rule or a principle or a process, let everybody comply with those process. I believe it is possible, because if you go back to with history from independent down to where we are today, government were actually managing our business. Look at the regional system of government then, the western region, the eastern region, the northern region. They were very, very smart in. Look at the Awolowo house. Awolowo was able to use the cocoa that is being produced in the western part of Nigeria to do a lot of things that are still many people that are there that have excess money now. They could not even maintain some of all those things. Look at Azikiwe. So to me, let's not change that narrative that the government is not a good manager of business, because it's just a resource that is already there. What you just need to do is for you to harness it and see how it can be of benefit to everyone. So
aside that phrase, not a good manager of business, I also would tell you that government has no business being in business. Hello, can you hear us now? Hello, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Let me quickly let you know that we're trying to reach you on another platform. The number you still ringing you now, maybe on WhatsApp or somewhere else, that would be us. Maybe we could do that if this one fails again, because we really need to have this conversation. All right, if you can still hear us, you can continue from where you stopped. Okay, that one is lost again. Okay, maybe we could kill that session and let's just try from here. So they say government has no business in business, being in business. The rice thing we talked about now, it's not just rice. If you go to many parts of the country, places where, let's say, the major thing they produce will be mango or even cashew, you name them. If you go to these regions, you find a lot of these things, these fruits, wasted. The first time I saw something like this, I had gone to, was it Kwara or so? On our way back, I saw heaps of mangoes they were decaying, they were lost. I was like, see fruit juice wasted. Why can't we handle it?
Yeah, I was in Ondo stroke Ekiti. You see a lot of oranges that people are just, some children are even using them as ball
to play ball.
If you come to my state at those stages, it's on places you see acres of like, just see cashew, and we are being asked who planted. They say nobody planted them, as the cashew is producing. It just taking over the entire.
The birds will eat the one they can eat.
So then the same thing with mango. So what is it a bad idea if some of those things now decide to encourage people to come and set up some of these companies there that can make best use of some of this fruit? Then they will not be exporting them to taking them to the city or even taking them outside Nigeria. So to me, I think it's a way of maybe excusing ourselves for some of our challenge and say, okay, government did not have a business engaging in business. By the way, what they actually do is political business, because they do budget, right? They look at budget, they do estimation and the rest of them. Then why are you now saying that you don't have business in doing business? In as much as business is exchange of currency. So in as much as you see, buy things, pay for. So to me, what we just need to do is that sincerity of purpose, and for us to equally know the meaning of governance, that for you to make best use of the resources of the citizens on their behalf. So if you can do it for yourself, you not say, oh, if I enter government, is there any spirit in that government that say you're the business side of individual, when you're in government office, you just disappear? So I don't think it's, I don't only take that narrative that government did not have business in doing business. So government should have interest in do business when they are in government.
Okay. So we'll be talking about other things. Hopefully, if we do get him back on, we'll continue our conversation, or we'll fix another time. Just we took so much of his time already. We apologize. We'll just walk around all that, and we'll keep you abreast with the plans that we have. It's just that it's like by the time it gets to this particular time, the networks become overburdened. Too many people on them already. Maybe that's the issue. Really can explain it, but maybe, just maybe. Now let's take a look at something else. Let's talk about the chief whip, Ali Ndume. You breathe? Not Brito.
Okay.
That thing he said was simply scandalous to me. That politicians, the money that they steal it and share with people. It's like somebody goes into an eatery, steal food, comes out to share it with people outside. Does it still stop the person from being a thief? Will it still stop the state from taking the person to court, or the owner of that business from taking the person to court? So the thing he said, are we on now? There's nothing here now. So that thing he said, you heard it, you read it.
Yeah,
right?
I listened to it more than 4 times, and the question I only ask is, does it mean that our security agency, the investigative agency, they haven't get that tip, or they never listen to it? This is a way of someone reporting himself. That you would announce, okay, Oga, please, we need more information from you. Can we chat with you so that you give us some information for us to actually follow the money? You understand? But they make some of these comments, and at the end of the day, we're just looking. Look at what is going on. It's still a way of supporting what was going on in Rivers State, when someone told you that I pay money for everybody from. So if it is civilized country, some of the security, the EFCC of the world, the police of this world, we just send a message to the immediately he left office and say, please, can we get more information about how you actually pay? Do you sell some cement, or you sell some fruit, how do you get the money, or the money
what do you do
for you to get the money? Then is it according to, you play by the rule? Is that the regulation according to the instruction from INEC that you should pay for everybody? So there are a lot of impunity in the system, and that is the reason we will continue to be where we are to. So by now, for that revelation of the honorable, the distinguished senator, and he's still going about his business, nobody hearing that maybe the EFCC is trying to get more information from him. Because it's going to be very, very tough.
People did challenge them that, okay, you're saying let's give death sentences to people caught trafficking drugs and all the hard drugs, death sentence. And we're like, okay, what about people who are stealing the money of the country? Corrupt politicians, and no, we will steal and we share with the people. And you cannot say our own is small. Our own is a small thing. If somebody steals 1 million naira to say 1 billion naira, that is a small thing. It's not a big thing now. But if somebody steals 1 trillion naira, you can kill that person. And one would ask, is a thief not a thief? A person who stole 1 billion cube from the market, and a political office holder, a lot of them were seen out there now, who has stolen millions and billions from our coffers. Are they not the same thing, thieves?
Even some of those narratives, when you say we take the money and share with the people, we need evidence. We need evidence that you actually share with the people. Because if I do something for you, give me money. You pay for the service I render.
What do you need the evidence for?
No, you say share. Share means, I didn't render any service to any of the senator, then he give me money. But if I render service...
No. It's not that kind of. It's not that we use it to pay for... No. When we collect it, we will share it to people. If not...
Let him bring evidence. We need evidence from him.
If not, they won't vote us back. We won't come back.
This is just his own side. So the people that share the money, let equally give us the list. Okay, you took 1 billion. You give Joseph maybe 100 million. You give Oga Shegu, it's a senior person, you give him like 200 million. So we now be seeing everything.
Wait. Did you just praise yourself? I almost missed that. So you are a senior thief too, Abi?
No, I say Oga Shegu. He can give like 200
okay, which
million.
of okay?
No, James.
Joseph. I mean,
So when you say you share, so let's see the sharing formula. How do you actually share it? Because someone can say, oh, we pick money and share. And when you now ask him, police interrogate him, or you now say that he did not actually share any money. Okay, like for example now, the one happening in Kogi State. So that person say, oh, I took 80 billion and share. Do you see the evidence of sharing? Because the one he paying advanced school fees for his own children, you can't say that is sharing. Because sharing means whether biological connection or no biological, you just find a way to make sure that everybody benefited from whether the looting or the stolen money. But in Kogi, so the example there, you can't say that one is sharing. That one is just for him to pay school fees for only his own kids. So tomorrow you can say that he shared.
I don't know if Joseph were on the same page. This guy is saying that politicians steal money. When they finish stealing the money, like Robin Hood, they are claiming to be Robin Hood, right? You now go and distribute the monies and dash people and buy people so that they will vote you back. That if you do not do that, we will not come back here. That is. He's
telling you that his position
now.
That you should probe him. He's telling you that I am. Let me not say. He already give you his own description about himself. So it's not left for the authority to actually now say, okay, since you have said this about yourself, this is the consequence of your action. But do we have the political will to do that? The answer is no. Everybody will be looking at him. Maybe we'll still continue with the same transaction that he's telling that he has been engaging himself with.
Do you know sometimes people do not do anything about things that are happening because they are thinking that maybe in future, me go into that position, I'll still do. So make we not pull the law so it doesn't catch me in future. No, I think that is what some people do. No. I think that's what some of our leaders are doing. They don't say anything about these things because they know that they have a plan of doing it, or they themselves are also doing the same thing. So they just keep quiet and allow impunity to continue, it's not just pilfering now, allow thievery to continue in this country. And as I blame Rivers people for allowing some of those things happen, I also blame us Nigerians for taking this sitting down.
Yeah, we will blame Nigeria to a point, but the other way, there is a law. There are consequences of some of this action. The question is, and people are giving that mandate that when someone do A, this is the benefit or reward, this is the consequence. The question is, those that have been given those mandates, a good example, the EFCC, the police, when you heard this, do you need official report for you to say, Oga, there's no petition against you, that's why we did not ask you to come and interact with us? You understand? So until when those that have been given mandate, okay, the other day we were having a conversation with the EFCC spokesperson, and I know that many times they get information, they storm into some hotels, some campuses, and they say they arrest some in quote Yahoo boys. Yeah. I don't think there's any written petition, but they get the information that this kind of activity is taking place there. They equally hear the activity that some of our senator, honorable governor have said that they are engaging themselves in respect of how they manage our resources. The question: do you need a petition for you to call them, for them to come and explain more, so that you see how you can follow the money? So what I'm just saying is, there is no consequence for when people engage in things that are against the law of the country. So we continue. So the next person, since nothing happened to Mr. A, then Mr. B will continue, Mr. C will continue. Before you know what's happening, become like it's as if we have a department, corruption department that is, or agency that is that agency is for corruption. What you need for it to properly register there? So when you really register there, or you do something and people are no longer comfortable with you, that way we now say that this person is under. They are pursuing, yes. And
okay, and maybe if you now jump from one party to the other,
or there's no change of government. For example, look at the time of the former CBN governor. He will come and say, I have the blessing of the president. You understand? He will address the have the blessing of the president. No goes back on this policy. This policy is for the benefit of Nigeria. The rest of But today, look at the revelation that is coming out. Though the matter is still in court for them to be able to establish whether he actually committed those offense or the other. But only him cannot commit those offense. There should be other people who actually assist him as a catalyst for him to solve. They have a lot of director or deputy director or other people that are still in that same as CBN office. Some of them are still keeping their job till tomorrow, just to continue or cheat the new CBN governor. This is the process that we use to enrich.
The other one did not listen to us well. That is why they caught him and do it like this, do it like this, as if when you get in there are people who would even corrupt a good heart and train them to do that which they ought not to do. It's a sad situation. Okay, look at the challenge we're having now with this the broadband, the networks,
and a lot of money have been put into. Before you know what's happening, Nigeria would be like other country, but see where we are today. We're still grappling with this thing. Do you know that since 2020 there's a transaction I've done that I've been to my bank several times? This transaction is, you have let one account to the other account. It's not in their account, it's not in my account. It's just, maybe it's still moving. Tomorrow it could be in Ojota, another day it's in Maryland. But I don't know.
The money is heavy. It's heavy, so it's finding it difficult to move. The money big.
The money is not big, so money that is less than 50K.
Oh God!
But it's still floating.
Maybe wind has carried it.
Okay, maybe it could be that with my own support to.
To what?
Maybe
to the system.
To the system, yeah.
All right, let's take a quick breather. And we'll continue right now. You're listening to VOP 90.3 FM. 1,000 apologies, and I'm beginning to sound like a broken record when I say, technical glitch from the networks, not actually from us. It's sounding weird already, Abby, but that's how it is. We apologize, and once we're able to sort it out, we'll continue our conversation with the essay to the Adamawa State Governor on media, as we're looking at some of the things concerning the state almost a year after swearing in.
Gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and Coldberry ice cream, delights in every scoop. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and Coldberry ice cream at 11 Road by First Avenue, Festac Town, 28 Adenira Ogunsanya Street, Surulere, 13 Admiralty Way, Lekki Phase 1. Romeo's Pizza and Coldberry ice cream. Romeo, the pizza champions. Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Line Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender Guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less.
Hello, I'm Cordelia Oatbay. I'd like to invite you to join me every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. here on VOP 90.3 FM on the program Life is Good, where we celebrate life and believe that when there is life, there is hope. So we get to look at every and anything that could make our lives how we'd like our lives to be. So you get to meet guests here and anything in between that could make our lives a lot better. 6:30 p.m. Join me on Life is Good on VOP FM 90.3.
Life is good.
Alright, VOP 90.3 FM, that's what you're listening to, and we're reaching you from the city of Lagos. And we're continuing with our conversation. The Adamawa governor's rep is here with us. He's the SA Media, and he's been patiently holding on with all these things coming in between. Hamuwashi Wanosiko is our guest, and you're here. Okay, can we take that up? Okay, glad to have you join us again. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's stop. Continue from where we stopped the other time. We were talking about the rice production, and I asked you if the state is doing anything to, make sure that it is from end to end. The people plant, you have the company to clean up, bag, and it gets to people instead, because the complaint is that you plant, but people are taking it out to process. So what is the plan? You were answering that question.
Well, actually, Adamawa is a major rice producer. The rice is exported. Saying earlier on, Fancy realized that there is a need for us to have mills around that these things. The private sector, that government is not a good manager. And the best way to do is the private sector to take up that responsibility. And then the private sector is running with that business. And we are seeing, here and there. But then people are coming from outside the state to buy from the farmers. But as we speak, the government has set up a committee that is saddled with the responsibility of food security in the state. And they are working out a framework that will make sure that these things are stopped. And I tell you very soon, you see what will happen time the committee sinks into action.
Okay. So this particular committee that has been put up and the plan of the governor, we're hoping that something concrete is going to come out of all these plans before the end of the year, and we'll be seeing produced and bagged in Adamawa State for Nigeria.
Well, actually, the new administration is to ensure that there is food sufficiency and that our farmers and they are given the right tools and the right seed to make them, produce more and make sure that they are given opportunity to probably access grants from banks and other places. Government will stand in there. I tell you, probably next year, there will be a difference that this administration will be making as far as agriculture in Adamawa.
And is there any federal government presence in all of this, especially in the production of rice that seems to be a staple for Nigerians?
Well, for now, the state government is trying to make sure that happens. But from time to time, the federal may step in, but you should also know that the state government has, reserves across the country in the event they help out, the effect of that happens.
I must thank you very much. You've been very patient. You've waited all through against all odds for this session we've been having. But for me, it's not the best that could come out, because there are a lot of things I would like us to really talk about, but both sides will seem to be struggling with technology right now. And I want to officially ask that we are able to do this again sometime, maybe next week, if we can fix a date and do this again, because a lot of people will truly want to know what's going on in your state. Are we able to do that?
Well, sure. Why not?
Okay.
Our time is up.
No, it's not up. It's just because of the struggles we've been having, but we missed out some things. But we'll just still continue. Now, the other time... Okay, the other time we had a session with the cleric himself, Shegumi, and we asked him about banditry and so on. He said some things. Before I go to those things, he said, how is Adamawa State coping with that? Are you being terrorized in quote by banditry or bandits, Boko Haram? Is that something your state is grappling with too? And if yes, what is the governor doing in that regard?
Well, thank you very much. I am happy to inform you that Adamawa, I want to believe, is one of the most safest states in the country because we don't care about such happenings in Adamawa. And it is because of Excellency right now, we have been able to put a machinery that the security architecture that has been put in place by His Excellency is actually working. And therefore, yes, we will not say that there are no criminals and crimes that happen in Adamawa State. But as a whole, we've been able to combat all those things because, machinery has been put in Excellency. And all the security agencies are, and they are doing their best so that, Adamawa is safe. Like I told you, you need to come to Adamawa, then, when they tell them the idea of, well, the security situation is not that good. But I tell you now, giving you the assurance, the Adamawa is safe because on top of the security situation, he's doing everything possible to make sure that, the people are. We now sleep with. Gone are the days when the people of Adamawa State do not sleep with their two eyes closed. Today, we sleep with our two eyes closed and knowing that, yes, we are safe in this environment.
So can you share the secret with us? Because one thing, excuse me, excuse me, give me a second, please.
Yeah, please. Sorry about that.
Thousand apologies. Something just went the wrong way just now. It happens sometimes. So sorry about that. All right, you're still on to VOP 90.3 FM. I was about to ask you, and thank you for your patience again. I wanted to say something the Sheikh himself had said the other time, talking about Sheikh Gumi. He said that the Fulani headsmen are quite disgruntled because they feel left out, they are not carried along, they are still backward in education, basically because of their tradition and all that. And I see that your state has a predominant number of Fulanis. So have you been able to handle this particular thing that the Sheikh referred to as being one of the plights, one of the complaints of the cattle herders, the Fulani herders? Were you able to do something about these things that are listed that they complained about?
Thank you very much. Before His Excellency came to office, 2019, also had our own farmer hadar crisis in Adamawa State. On and off, destruction, death. But when he came on, he let know that, there was measure that was taken. This is about all those things. Today, like I told you, we sleep with our eyes closed. We have not had issues with some other crises because of a leader who knows what to do at times when there is crisis. Before he came to office, he came with a plan to make sure that these things, like I said, the situation is so good that you can sleep with your clothes in Adamawa State. He brought in all the stakeholders, sat at the table and had to discuss what is needed to be done. Security is there, the farmers are there, others are there. Like you said, yes, we have the largest, other population in Adamawa State. And we've been able to harness, our differences and make sure, we move forward in Adamawa State. We cannot continue fighting each other. And His Excellency is clear to everybody. And he made sure that the security situation is improved so that these things are made to the like I said earlier, that issue. But today, we're free of all. We have no crisis. We have no issues. We don't have banditry. We do not have things that were there before. Everything, it's normal now.
Okay, thank you very much. And I must crave your indulgence. We have to do let's call it a second part next week, because all of a sudden, even here, in Nigeria, when the sky looks misty and cloudy, like Majek Fashek would say, everything starts misbehaving. And that's what is maybe happening here right now. The rain here is crazy and is affecting some of the things we're doing. So please, we're going to get back to you, the listener. You listening now, we're going to tell you the day he's going to come back, because there are a lot of things we'll tackle in that state that affect all of us. And so we'll have the privilege of having you join us again next week. That's fine, right?
How I wish you come to Adamawa State and see how
If not for this rain, we would have reached there in 1 minute. Oh, you need some of the rain. All right, I'm going to send some to you. In fact, I'm going to send Majek Fashek's song to you. Play it every day, because anytime that song is played on radio, it must rain. So tell your people to be playing Send Down the Rain by Majek Fashek, and it will rain. So we're going to talk again next week. And funny enough, today we are both wearing blue. So we'll plan the color for next week. Thank you very much. Have a beautiful day. All right. See you next week. All right. Listening to VOP 90.3 FM. And this one, I'm not ashamed to say it, we're sorry about the glitches you experienced, but there was nothing we could actually do. We tried everything possible, and that was what we got at the end. But I'm believing that you deserve to have something smarter, brighter, and clearer to hear, so you get to hear what the guest is saying even more. So next week he's going to be back, and we're going to do it again. And we've had as guests joining us from Adamawa State, where it's bright and sunny right now, like what we have here in this part of Lagos. We've had Humwashi Wonosiko, who is the special advisor to the Adamawa State Governor, Ahmadu Fintiri, as media special advisor on media. But so far he just said something that in their states they can sleep with their two eyes closed, because they recognized some things and they dealt with them humanly, in quote, so they are living peacefully with their eyes closing while they sleep, unlike some other states.
We should, to some extent, that when some governor want to escape from the challenges, they say it is the federal government that is in charge of security. But as a number one citizen of that very state, there are some effort that you need to put in place. And I do say this, for every state, if the governor is in the same page with the DG or the SSS, the police, they operate at the same level, and the citizen equally come together and provide information, that they have the assurance that those information will not get to the other people who are terrorizing the state. I think the state will have a relatively peace atmosphere.
Relatively peaceful atmosphere. Hopefully that will be. And by next week we'll get to hear more. And I'm quite interested in having the rights production hit the
that's
maximum.
Very key.
Yeah, very key. And they have other things that we're going
that
to
would be a way of
everything.
creating job for
yes,
some people,
for people in that state. And I think if you're if the rain permits you, what a shame that we'll still look at the rain. Anyway, all over the world they still look at the rain. Only that our own, even if not shower, lights will go. If not shower, network will be poor. I don't know. Maybe one day we'll overcome this. But if you're able to get through, why not? If not, 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. That will be the number you can call to be a part of this conversation. And there is one thing I really like us to take a look at. Let's take a look at what Ali Ndume said, Chief Whip of the Senate, who says that politicians still to share with the people, so they're not doing anything very bad now. Just small thing what they do now. No big deal. It's just small thing we're doing. When we collect the money like this, we share it to everybody. If we don't share it like that, they will not vote for us now. They didn't say we're using it to do this and that, but he admits that they steal the money and they now share it to the people. If you're there, join us if you can. 0700 903 903 903. What do you say to this? What is your reaction to this? Should he be speaking like that, or do you think it's God that is pushing them to confess without them even knowing they are confessing? Or you can send a comment, WhatsApp 0817 175 6338. Do you know how much money we've lost as a country to politicians? And already for those in their houses, they receive a lot of money for allowances, for this and that, in millions. Even the money for their constituency projects. Yeah. What do they really do? Is it that we are too greedy? Avarice has taken over our lives completely in this part of the world.
I think greediness is a universal word. Every country is greedy, but there are consequences if you want to be greedy. If you go beyond a boundary, then you face the consequence of that. Can you recollect Ikoyi Gates? What happened?
Yeah, where is that money?
That one has gone. Nanda is talking like this. It take me back to late Ibrahim Mantu from Nasarawa. When he said that, he described to us how they rig election in Nigeria.
Okay, let's talk to this person. Hello, how are you? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome. What's your name and how's the weather where you are?
My name is Samuel. I'm calling from Papa Mission.
Samuel, what's the weather like where you are? Friendly, rainy, or what?
Hello?
I can hear you. Samuel? Can you hear me? I said, what's the weather like where you are?
It's raining. It's raining very heavily.
May it be blessings unto us. Okay, go ahead. Your reaction?
All right. These politicians is complaining, as in telling us that when they see the money, they will share it to the people. It's what he confessed by his mouth. Is this a good thing? You steal from general public and still share it for some people. Then they should pardon him and sentence those drug dealers to those drug dealers. They are the ones that they are supposed to be sentenced. That is not it's not good. In fact, I don't know whether he listened to himself for saying that. It's them is our problem. They steal public funds and share it to their family members. Then they are living large, and the common man is suffering. You understand? Then he now judging who should die and who should live. That we should do this and that. If it is for my own sake, as in for me, if you ask me what is the punishment of those our politicians that root our economy, that render our economy useless. If you ask me the punishment for them, started from the president down to councillor in a local government. If anybody steals, even if it's 5 naira, let them hang the person. Because it's a public fund. Even if it's 5.
You don't think that's so harsh?
I say if now 5, even 1 naira. 1 naira we know that is not existing now. You cannot use it and buy anything now. If they steal it, let them die by hanging. They should hang them. Because they are the main problem. They are the reason why this country is like this. They are the reason why, because people have fed up. Then,
Samuel.
In the life of
Okay, Samuel, you've made your point. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let me run through this again for people who do not know the story. Thank you so much, Samuel, and enjoy the rain. Drink a cup of hot cocoa and feel cool. For those of you who do not know the story, if you pick up the Punch today, you'll see it there, and is from an interview that he granted on TV. That's where this is coming from. And the headline, headline is a simple one. Our corruption is people driven. Politicians share what they steal with people. This is according to the chief whip of the Senate, Senator Ali Ndume. Hello? Turn down the volume on your radio set. Do that quickly. Turn down the volume on your radio set. All right, have you done that? Oh, Okay, my timekeeper, no, they take nonsense. She has sent you packing. Please turn down the volume on the radio set before you call in. And he stated this, as I said, during an interview on TV, on a TV station. And he also went on to say, I've been to the National Assembly. I can't say because we're on TV now and I'm not telling the truth. If the death penalty is supposed to be included in corruption, I'll support it. But you don't go and kill someone that stole 1 million or 1 billion. No. But someone who steals 1 trillion of government money should be killed. The death penalty is the best deterrent for those being caught for drugs, he says. If you do drugs, you are killing people. In fact, that means you have destroyed the lives of so many people and killed so many people. He said, you know what this simply means? All right, let's take you first, then I'll tell you what I think. No, turn down the volume on your radio. You're making me lose my cool. Have you done that? Turn down. Okay. Yeah. Hello, what's your name?
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm Mr. Fatima calling from Airport Road.
All right, go ahead.
What Ahmadu said is not new. Me. Remember, he started to talk about how his wife, he has persuaded his wife to render judgment in favor of his friends, senators.
Oh, but that wasn't him. That wasn't him. That was another person who said that.
Yes. So what I'm saying that is not new. There is something engaged in the practices and they are proud of it. And they say because we Nigerians we feel helpless, we cannot do anything. So they can look us blind and come out and tell us today that you know about because they don't do anything. I think that's the problem. If someone that can't drive can be killed, maybe. So why can't there someone that can steal 1 million be killed? After it's the same case that is killing everybody to do all those things. Well, because we are people that are so defeated, we feel that we have been defeated. There's nothing we can do. They can take us to
What a shame. What a shame. Thank you very much, sir. Okay. It says they've seen us like people who can't do anything, so they're taking us for a ride. I was going to say, you heard what he said. He said for those who traffic drugs, they are destroying lives, they are killing people. That means they don't even know that all these money they are stealing, they are destroying lives. They don't even know that.
They don't know.
Hello, how are you?
Or they pretend not to know.
Turn down the volume on your radio. Please, when you're going to call, yes, turn down the volume on the radio. All right, go ahead.
I already done that.
Thank you. Your name?
Yeah. Okay, good morning.
Morning.
My name is Ifai Godwin.
And where are you calling
from? Ikeja, Bakers.
Okay, is it raining? Is it raining there?
Serious one.
It's raining, man. Hallelujah.
But we thank God for everything.
Right.
So I want to contribute what you are discussing now. So I heard what the senator said concerning drug. If they catch you with the drug, sentenced by death, and they remove their own. I'm talking about our politicians now.
Yeah.
You see, the politicians, they don't even know how many people they are killed. They thought that until they slap somebody, put somebody's knife for neck, before they will know they will kill people. Look at the news we heard about Yaya Pedro. 80-something billion, just one person. Just the one who heard, you know how many people that thing has killed in the Kogi State? People that they're supposed to pay. Are you getting what I'm saying now?
Yes, I'm getting
people they're supposed to pay salary, people that work for their money, pensioner and the other thing. Somebody hold the money for him and his family. And you say that they will not kill that person or what. So what I'm saying is this. From 5 million, let it do it from 5 million naira. From 5, because he hardly see somebody who see trillion, and they hear trillion. Because it's the way you finish from billion, you enter trillion. So they can start killing from 5 million. Are you getting me?
All right, because I get you.
This country, the law, they are not following the law. The law is only for the poor people. So let them start killing both CU, politicians, senator, president, or whoever, governors and the ministers from 5 million.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. The word killing it sounds very strong and harsh to me. I think they should just have strong jail terms that they follow to the letter with hard labor. For me, that is what should be. Killing somebody sometimes that thing is strong, too strong.
I think to me killing is too strong. I join to say it's strong, but why not we go back to our own style, the culture? Then when someone commit, then my father will tell you that when you commit a particular infraction according to the culture, they will just excommunicate. Nobody talk to you in the whole.
So where would they excommunicate this ones to?
No, you know, some of them they cannot live without the people. Imagine that you see a senator coming here, is greeting people who are asking, why are you greeting me? He become like he will look at himself, oh, what have I actually done? But these are people that will be coming, all of people will be hailing them, shouting at them.
That is why they are sharing the money now.
Which means that we're all guilty of the same offense.
Remember, I always say that today's leader was yesterday's follower. Yesterday's follower that was preparing to become a leader today, who's getting ready to do his own too. And they are learning from the people who are there now. And Ali Ndume is saying that, stealing 1 million, 1 billion, now. We're not killing anybody. In other words, that's what he said, because he said those who are trafficking drugs and so on are killing people. Now, if you're a politician, you listening to us right now, this is me talking, this is my personal opinion, and you're listening, you steal from even 1 kobo. That 1 kobo removed from 1 million is no longer a million.
Yeah.
Right? And if you're doing that, you're stealing money. You're killing people. More people than you can ever imagine. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Good morning.
Morning, your name?
Yeah. My name is David from Apapa.
All right, welcome. Is it raining in Apapa too?
It's heavily. It's raining heavily.
All right, go ahead.
Now, when you are talking about corruption, I see it is more spiritual than what we are seeing with our mere eyes.
Okay.
You understand me?
All right.
You can imagine a politician in a bid to grab power. They have entered into so many things. So their agenda is for them, the masses, to be suffering. So in as much as the masses are suffering, that is where they derive their joy. That is my take on that. So it's more spiritual. You can imagine. One of my customers was telling me one of his uncle that was in Kano has a very big hotel. He went to one Seriki there. So when the uncle went there, the Seriki had to bow down to his brother. So he was surprised. He asked the uncle. He said that they are into White Lodge secret society. That is the one that is controlling those that northern side. So many of them, when you get to the top as the political side, they are one. Both people, Yoruba and Hausa, they are one there. So corruption is something more spiritual than what you are saying. That's my take on that.
All right, thank you very much. Let's see if yours will settle in. Hello, how are you? Okay. Oh, okay. Maybe you call back. All right, just call back. We have a couple of minutes left to go. Sorry, that didn't stay. I picked your call, but it didn't stay. Sorry about that. Good day, VOP members in the studio. I'm tired of everything about this country called Nigeria. Please don't give up. Don't give up. This an open confession, but the law enforcement agencies are completely handicapped. What of Ganduje or Gandola? All right. Okay, can we? Hello?
Hello?
Turn down the volume on your radio.
Hello, are you hearing me?
Turn down the volume on your radio set.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, go ahead. We have a minute left. Go ahead.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good morning.
Yeah.
Your name first.
Yeah, my name is Friday. I'm calling from Adamawa.
Okay, go ahead.
There is no state in this Nigeria does not have something they will use to sustain themselves. Okay, look at the money they budget for themselves to they want to use to go to Saudi Arabia. Can they use this money to establish something in some of those states? They are saying that corruption will end. They are rearing children with corruption. And their children is growing, looking at all those things their fathers is doing. Unless those people die, corruption will not end in Nigeria.
Now, well, thank you. May it end, by the grace of God. No more calls. Let's finish this message. Good day. You said you were tired. Please don't be tired. This is an open confession, but the law enforcement agencies are completely handicapped. What of Ganduje or Gandola? What do we expect when most corrupt people are your leaders today? According to former EFCC boss said in 2006, that is Nuhu Ribadu. Please take good look at all the politicians since 1999 till date. 85% are once into dubious businesses before 1999 election. Martin Zuru, aka Mayor from Ikotu Egbe. Oh wow, what a shame, what a shame. You know, we have to step aside now because Choma Innocent is already here to take us through the news. And I'm sure even in the news we're going to see here things that will make us go, ooh. Joseph Florisho, your last line before we go today.
My last line, I think every one of us need to be on board to actually fight this corruption issue. The money moved from one bank to the other. So the officials in the bank, they should equally help to blow the whistle. Now that Dume have blown the his own is self-blowing whistle, and he don't need to consult anybody now. I think the policing agency should be able to interact with him and get more information on how they actually share the money.
Choma, what do you think? What do you think? Should we gather them and okay, you can use that. Okay, should we gather all of them together and tell us how many people have you shared to? Is that the case right now?
Fortunately or unfortunately, I've never eaten government money in my life.
Hey, that's good. Oh, so you are still free.
It's sad. It's sad because I'm a Nigerian citizen. I deserve to eat government money legally. Good one. Like when they were sharing money to vulnerable people. I mean, I'm just a girl. Why would you send money to me?
Come sit down, read your news.
So, but really about what the Senate Chief Whip said, it's a shame. That you are committing a crime and you don't think it's one, and you come out to say, oh, it's not that bad, at least we're not killing people. Is it until you kill somebody, just like Mr. Joseph said, you're stealing money that's meant to go into infrastructure, that's meant to make people's lives better,
and roads are bad,
and
people
you don't think you're doing anything wrong. It should be the first person that they will carry and probe.
Let me leave you to take the news now. I'm Cordelia. I'll see you in the morning. Till then, take care of yourselves. Muna, thank you very much.